Chicago, the scoreboard at Soldier Field read 24-24 when the final whistle sounded, but anyone who watched the game knows the Chicago Bears walked away with more than a tie. In the grand scheme of the NFL preseason, it might be easy to shrug at the result, yet this matchup against the Miami Dolphins felt different, sharper, more confident, and, above all, promising. This was the first real glimpse of the Ben Johnson era, and it did not disappoint. Johnson's sideline presence was unmistakable, animated when needed, calculated in key moments, and clearly in command of his roster. For Bears fans accustomed to years of frustration, the energy shift was almost immediate. From the very first offensive series, the approach felt fresh, players moving with urgency, offensive sets showing variety, and a general sense that this coaching staff understands how to maximize talent. Why this preseason game mattered. The NFL preseason is often dismissed as meaningless, but for a team in transition, new coach, revamped roster, and high expectations, these August games are critical. They're the first real test of preparation, communication, and adaptability. For Chicago, Saturday night wasn't just about who won or lost. It was about how they played. Statistically, the Bears edged Miami in several key categories. Total yards, Chicago 295, Miami 273. First downs, Chicago 21, Miami 15. Time of possession, Bears held the ball for over 6 minutes longer. Sacks allowed, only 3. All early in the game. Third down conversions, room for improvement, but execution improved as the game went on. These numbers tell part of the story, but the real takeaway was the depth. The Bears' second and third string players not only held their own, they dictated the pace. Quarterback room delivers across the board. 3 different quarterbacks took the field, and each left a positive impression. Tyson Bagent opened the game, showing composure. His 103 passing yards came with a touchdown and a single interception that was more about defensive timing than a poor read. Bagent also added 9 rushing yards, extending plays and keeping the offense moving. Case Keenum, the veteran, played like the seasoned professional he is. In limited action, he completed 10 of 12 passes for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns, one to Deion Hankins out of the backfield and a perfectly placed strike to rookie Jade Walker in the end zone. His ability to read Miami's defense and get the ball out quickly was textbook. Austin Reed didn't have the same volume, but his presence late in the game was steady. He nearly guided the Bears to a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter, a sign that even Chicago's depth at the position is capable of handling pressure. Kyle Monangai, a name to remember. Every preseason reveals at least one unexpected standout, and this game's surprise star was Kyle Monangai. The rookie running back ran like a man determined to make the roster, finishing with 6 carries for 30 yards, a clean 5 yards per carry, while breaking tackles, bouncing to the outside, and showing excellent ball security. Against portions of Miami's starting defense, Monangai looked not like a late-round pick, but a back ready to contribute in meaningful snaps. Austin Booker's defensive showcase. If Monangai stole the offensive spotlight, Austin Booker owned the defensive one. His stat line was the kind of thing pass rushers dream about. 3 sacks, 6 tackles, and a forced fumble. Whether it was bending around the edge or collapsing the pocket from a wider set, Booker was relentless. For a player drafted in the later rounds just last year, this performance could be the moment that secures him a prominent rotational role in the regular season. Bigger than the box score. From sideline discipline to situational execution, the Bears played like a team that's bought into its new system. Depth players looked prepared, young rookies looked confident, and the overall product looked cohesive. For a preseason opener, that's exactly what fans and coaches want to see. The numbers say 295 total yards, but the real story was in how those yards were earned. The Bears weren't simply moving the ball. They were doing it with creativity, patience, and smart situational awareness, signs of an offense with structure. Wide receivers show range and depth. The battle for roster spots in the receiver room is officially heating up, and Saturday night only intensified the competition. Jade Walker, an undrafted rookie from Texas A&M, had the highlight catch of the night, a perfectly tracked over-the-shoulder grab in the corner of the end zone from Keenum. Walker's size 6'2", 200 pounds and hands make him an intriguing red zone option. Luther Burden didn't post gaudy numbers, but his football IQ shined. Late in the first half, he made a crucial sideline catch, immediately recognizing the clock situation and sprinting out of bounds with a single second remaining. That decision set up a field goal, cutting Miami's lead and flipping momentum heading into halftime. Maurice Alexander and Devin DuVernay added steady production, moving the chains on short and intermediate routes. Backfield brings variety with DeAndre Swift resting. The Bears leaned on their depth. Deion Hankins brought physicality, finishing with 23 rushing yards and a receiving touchdown. His ability to catch and run gives the offense flexibility in two back sets. Monangai, as noted, was electric, quick through gaps, decisive with his cuts, and always falling forward. Ian Wheeler added a spark despite limited opportunities. A called back touchdown run was the only thing keeping his night from the highlight reel. Offensive line settles and the line struggled early, allowing 2 sacks in Bagent's first 2 drives, but quickly adapted. Braxton Jones played a clean game, no sacks, no penalties, no QB hits allowed. Azzy Trapillo mirrored that efficiency, and Luke Newman provided solid depth work on the interior. While Theo Benedict and Ryan Bates gave up a sack apiece, the overall unit showed resilience, adjusting to Miami's blitz packages by the second quarter. Before we break down the biggest defensive performances of the night, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. If you're a Chicago Bears fan, this is your go-to place for in-depth game breakdowns, player analysis, and behind-the-scenes updates all season long. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of Bears coverage. The Bears defense has a long and storied nickname, the Monsters of the Midway. On Saturday night, they earned it again. 6 sacks, 2 turnovers, and a goal line stand defined a unit that played with aggression and intent. Austin Booker, player of the game. Booker's dominance off the edge was the story of the night defensively. His 3 sacks came from a mix of speed and hand technique, each one driving Miami's quarterbacks into hurried decisions. The forced fumble was pure hustle, chasing a play from behind and punching the ball loose. For a late-round pick to show this level of impact in a preseason opener, the coaching staff has to be thrilled. Noah Sewell's goal line statement, the Dolphins looked poised to take control early with a drive down to the Bears' 2-yard line. On 3rd down, Sewell diagnosed the play instantly, shot through the gap, and stopped the runner dead in his tracks. That stand forced Miami into a field goal and kept the Bears within striking distance, a moment that drew loud approval from the home crowd. Ruben Hippolyte's rookie confidence. The rookie linebacker looked like he belonged. 6 tackles, 2 for loss, and 2 quarterback hits showed his versatility. Whether filling against the run or blitzing off the edge, Hippolyte played without hesitation, exactly what you want from a developing defender. Secondary discipline veteran Trey Flowers anchored the secondary, breaking up 2 passes and making 5 tackles. Young corners kept Miami's receivers in check, limiting yards after the catch and forcing throws into tighter windows. What it means for the season. Preseason results don't guarantee regular season success, but they do offer clues. Saturday's game revealed a few. 1. Depth is real. The Bears can rotate backups in without losing rhythm or intensity. 2. Coaching is clicking. Players are executing situational football better than in recent years. 3. Playmakers are emerging. Monangai, Booker, Walker, and others have shown flashes that could translate to Sundays in the fall. And all this came without rookie quarterback Caleb Williams taking a snap. Imagine pairing this depth and energy with the arm talent of the #1 overall pick. The potential is undeniable. Final word. It may have gone into the books as a tie, but in the hearts and minds of Bears fans, it was a win. A win for depth, a win for development, and a win for belief that this team is on the right track. If Saturday night was just the beginning, the Chicago Bears might be ready to make some real noise when the games start to count. Bear down, Chicago. The future just got interesting.